Hello everyone, and welcome to a brand new Let's Play of Darkest Hour. We are playing the Grand Campaign mod again. You've seen this on my channel a few times already when I played the Italian playthrough and the failed Ottoman playthrough, which was sadly broken by the game itself. However, we are now going to embark on another adventure playing as France. Now, before we start though, a couple of words. Why am I playing Darkest Hour and then not Hearts of Iron 3 or Hearts of Iron 4 game? Well, for me, I don't really like the way Hearts of Iron 3 work. I consider it a great game, but for me the changes were... I guess I'm too old. That's the thing I'm trying to say here. I grew up on Darkest Hour and Hearts of Iron 2, and Hearts of Iron 3 just... It's just different. I really like Hearts of Iron 4 though, but in my opinion at this point it's not a full game. We'll have to wait a couple more months, maybe years, before it gets properly developed, modded and finished. So for that reason I turn back to Darkest Hour, and I turn of course to the Grand Campaign, which has been properly updated and balanced throughout the time and now gives us a possibility to play from 1914 till 1991, historically and ahistorically depending on your choice. We're going to play France. We did a playthrough of Italy. We tried to save Hitler from, enacting his will on Europe, and we actually made him stop in Alps, at least for a couple of months. Then he steamrolled us and basically knocked us out and turned Italy into a ruin. But today we're going to play France, and we're going to start again at the onset of First World War. We are hoping to, survive the First World War and then get to the Second World War and survive that one as well. France is equipped better with that, or better to that task than Italy ever was under my rule. But it has different difficulties. We're gonna see that in a second. So, historical information on France. Once the greatest power of Europe, France is now a troubled country. Economically, she has been overtaken by many of her rivals. A declining birth rate seems to promise further decline, and in an age of mass armies might prove a fatal weakness. Politically, the Third Republic is unstable. A coup attempt in 1877 was narrowly averted, and the conservative nationalist, Boulangist movement of the 1880s also came close to seizing the state. The Dreyfus Affair of 1894 through 1906 further laid bare the divisions within the society, as monarchists, clericalists, anti-Semites, and conservative supporters of army and state lined up against radicals, liberals, socialists, secularists, and supporters of the Republic. On the international scene, the defeat by Prussia in 1871 and Germany's occupation of the province of Alsace and Lorraine is a festering sore, and the demands for revenge against Germany remain strong. All is not hopeless, however. Paris, the city of light, remains the fashionable, cultural and artistic capital of the world. French troops have redeemed their defeat in 1871 by establishing the world's second largest colonial empire. Let me just scroll through it. And are now respected as one of the strongest, most aggressive and capable armies in Europe. Most importantly, France now has strong allies. Thanks to German diplomatic blunders and offers of French financial support, Russia was lured away from Germany's side, and in 1894 signed a binding military agreement with France. Even more significant and surprising was the formation of the Entente Cordiale in 1904 with Britain. For centuries, France's traditional enemy, Britain was drawn to her side through fear of increasing German power, although the exact term of the commitment to France remains unclear. British friendship gives the French confidence that whatever the future might bring, they will weather the storm and emerge triumphant. So this gives you a bit of an idea about what situation France is in. We will get to it a bit more in the game itself, but first the settings. We're playing on hard difficulty. There's also very hard, but as was mentioned in the previous playthrough with Italy, the difference between a normal, hard, and very hard is basically on this. On hard, you get a 25 or 20. I think it's 25% to your industrial capacity, and on a very hard, it's 50. So whatever you do on a very hard, you start with half, strength of factories, half production capacity, and half power to build supplies. It's insane. Normal is where it sets, but hard is where I feel the most comfortable. Normal is pretty easy, to be honest. Hard, with the 25% penalty on everything, is pretty much a huge challenge, and I really don't think I could do very hard with any nation. I don't know if anyone does that, because it's so crippling. You can basically only do the very necessity of moving your nation forward, and it's just not feasible, and it's not fun, most of all. We're gonna keep AI aggressiveness on normal. Game speed, I'm gonna start on below normal. We're gonna change that eventually. That's nothing binding. Share countries off. Autosave monthly. Use countries off. Oh, use counters. I have that off. Everyone can start war off because there are certain prerequisites. Yeah, things you have to do to be able to start war. Endate your scenario, full IC takeover off, and tech team takeover on. So that's how we are going to roll in this game. So let's accept it, change the speeds to below normal, and here we go. The grand campaign is just starting, everyone. It's going to be fun. All wars are civil wars because all men are brothers. Francois Fenelon. Actually, I don't know that guy, to be honest. Francois Fenelon. So, welcome to the Darkest Hour game. Now, this, the Petit Journal, War Awareness, we're gonna keep it at normal. This is an additional penalty you can impose on yourself. Look at that. Wartime IC modifier changes. Or, make yourself happier. Research modifier plus 15 of mad production of money. I'm gonna go with normal to enjoy the proper challenge. So this is France. The date is 27th of June 1914. It's really the onset of the First World War. We have a large colonial empire in Africa. We have Madagascar as well. And we have what is today Vietnam, and I think... no, I think it's just this is Vietnam. And we have Laos, I think, as well. I would be lying. I'm not sure if Laos is not part of CM at this point. No, we definitely have Vietnam and Laos. Maybe someone can correct me. But these are our main bases. We also have a couple of nations. We have the Caledony here in Oceania. And we have a little territory here in Southern America. So that's the spawn of our power. Now, in France itself, we have most of our forces. We have a lot of fleets. We have a lot of things to do. Spain bordering us on the south, Belgium, Germany, Switzerland, and Italy bordering us on the east. Wow, where am I supposed to start here? Well, the thing is, if you know a bit about First World War, the historical thing that happened is that Germany attempted what's called a Schlieffen Plan, and they attacked France not through this little border they have, because that one is actually well defended. But they went through Belgium. They basically taken all of Belgium in about 1 month and poured themselves in here. They were quite close to Paris, about 70 kilometers at one point, when the battle at, I think that was the first battle of the Somme, happened. After which the trench warfare started, and what was known as the race to the sea happened, where the trenches actually went all the way from the Swiss borders up north through here to, I think it was between Amiens to Calais, somewhere like this, because part of the territory was lost. The biggest problem of this is that we don't know if that is going to happen. The game has a couple of ways in which it can unravel, I would say. The best one that could happen is Germany actually attacking us as historically it did through the Belgium. Because the best choice we can do is to lay our forces on this line, holding Belfort, holding, what is this, Nancy? I guess dropping Longwy, because this is a pretty badly defended position. We would probably pull away from Longwy and hold Sedan, and then in Belgium, what is this, Mons, Namur, and Hasselt. So this would be the line that I'm gonna try to defend. However, there can be a couple of things that will happen that will hinder us. If Germany does this, Great Britain will be drawn into the war. However, what can happen, and I saw it happen, is that Switzerland might actually join Germany in certain occasions, and that would draw our, I guess, border through, what is this, Pontarlier, what is this, Bourg-en-Bresse to Chambéry. We're gonna try to draw Italy into the war soon, or as soon as possible, but that is really only up to us. We need to have a certain relations with them, and then we can invoke the Treaty of Paris and having them join. But yeah, we'll see how that works. Alternatively, Germany can invade both of the lower countries, Netherlands and Belgium, which would draw UK in, or it can do the other plan. I think that one is called Ruprecht's plan, where it ignores the northern countries and goes through Switzerland. And then we would have this border. Or, Switzerland can join them. We'll see. So what are the major problems that we will face at the very start of the game? Well, apart from not having enough IC, you can see that we have 110 total capacity industrial up here where my mouse is, and we have only 78 available, which is the penalty that I was speaking about. We're getting 25% penalty. That's one thing that will hinder us. So we have to be really careful because we don't have much to spare. We'll also, and that is a big problem, have a very low transport capacity. We have 142 total transport capacity, which basically is railway, roads, and human postal offices that are supposed to take the supplies from the rear to our front. And also it helps with the movement of your troops and your guns and everything. These two will be a nightmare for us most of the war, because either we will not have enough industrial capacity to do what we want to do, or we will be hindered by the transport capacity, and we'll have to make sure that we'll do that somehow. I remember that when I was playing France last time, years ago, I don't know. Yeah, it was years ago. It was before the Italian playthrough. Then this was a really bad and painful thing for me. Now, the goal here, actually, is not only to stop Germany from pouring into France, but we also have to get as many units of Germany in here, locked here in fighting us, so that we can alleviate the Russian pressure. Because if we just hold them here and get a stalemate, quite a lot of forces, actually both from Germany and Austria-Hungary, will pour into Russia and knock it out. So we not only have to defend ourselves, but we also have to attack Germany strong in a way that's so devastating to it that it will start pouring forces from Russia. Or hopefully that's gonna happen. We'll see. Because, Germany fights me, alternatively UK, and Russia, while Austria-Hungary fights Serbia, Montenegro, and Albania, and Russia. So Russia takes a lot of this, and if Ottoman Empire, which is a question, I saw it sometimes not join the war at all, does not join, then it's okay. But if it joins as well, then we'll have another army pouring up through here into Russia, which is even more problematic if UK does not join, because then it doesn't have to hold this border and can just throw everything it has on Russia. So this is going to be interesting. Yeah. So I guess this is all for the first episode. In the next one, we are going to talk actually about the state of our supplies, oil, rare materials, metal, energy, and everything. So join me next time for more Darkest Hour.